YouTubing and streaming on a budget. Welcome in, much love. Trav here. And whether you've been YouTubing, streaming, or you're starting YouTubing and streaming and you're wondering what's the best equipment, what's the most flexible, what's the most bang for my buck, what are my options, I've already done that for you and I'm going to share with you today my chosen equipment, what I recommend mid to late 2016 and perhaps going into 2017 as well. Actually, some of the stuff I've been using for years and it's still very good. So we're gonna go through a few things through cameras, mouses, computers. I'll show you my recording software too, but this video is less about that. So the number one thing you need is a computer. Now, if you want the absolute most bang for your buck, first thing is you don't want a Mac. It's more money for less power for limited applications. You want Windows. If you still want the most bang for your buck, then you want a desktop tower computer. However, I personally don't like that. I like to travel. That's one of the cool things about streaming and YouTubing. Walking around in your yard or YouTubing and streaming is really meant to be more of a lifestyle than and sitting, just prolonged sitting and inflexibility is not a good part of that. However, if you really want bang for your buck, desktop is a good option. I'm not going to recommend it because I haven't bought one in a while, so I'm not going to provide a link to one. So if you want a laptop, which I recommend because you can still get fairly powerful for not a crazy amount and it has a lot of flexible options, I recommend this Asus. Now, I picked this Asus because of certain reviews saying it was the best gaming computer for under $1,000. I ended up getting it, and if you look at the price, you click on the link here. By the way, how to get to this link. If you are in my any of my YouTube channels, any of my YouTube vids, and you go to the description, there's going to be a link in here to the gear or something like that. You follow that link. And then anyways, so the computer, here's how to get it for cheaper. Anything on Amazon you want to get used or refurbished, it's worth it. So you scroll down, you can get it for 700 bucks. 700 bucks, it's not cheap, but this is something that is going to allow you to do what you need to do. It's fairly powerful, the processor. You've got SSD hard drive, so it's very fast. Obviously not a ton of space, 256, but that should be all you need. Really, you can delete stuff and just store it on YouTube. Windows 10, 8 gigs RAM. If you want 16 gigs RAM, buy another 8 stick and put it in manually. Don't spend another 100, 200 bucks to get it. So this is the computer that I recommend. What I like about it, as you can see here, is that it's really light. Not only is it a laptop you can walk around with, but I can hold it with one hand for a prolonged period of time. It's got an anti-glare screen, which is great for being outside, which I like. And it is very sleek and very light and very fast, very consistent. There's a few annoying things like the clock gets reset, but I found the clock gets off, but I found a workaround to fix that. And that's really it. I haven't had much problems with it at all. It's been great. All my videos are made from this. 700 bucks is a lot, but that's you need a good computer. So I'll talk about my phone briefly because this is kind of a side thing. If you're going to be YouTubing and streaming, it is probably a good idea to be on Snapchat and Instagram as well. I'm on Snapchat and Instagram at Travis D. Wu, and I like the Galaxy S7. I like Android for the same reason that I don't have a Mac over an iPhone, but you can get an iPhone. I really like this device. It is super flexible. Could even send a Snapchat right now with one hand. Not going to do that. There's a link to that below. You can also get this if you don't want to pay the money up front. You can go to like AT&T or Sprint and you can get it on a lease basically and pay it off over 2 years, and that's what I did. Handycam. Now this thing is dope. So you see a lot of my videos, I just have a selfie cam, and the way that I do that is with this Sony Cam HD. It is really a nice handheld device, and again, you look at the price here. It says, what does it say for the price? You get used for 188, less than 200 bucks for a fairly quality HD camcorder is pretty nuts still. So I recommend this device. I like it. I've been using Sony Handycams for years, and I really like them. So a few more pieces of equipment. Very important, Plantronics noise canceling headset. And this is cheap and very important. So Plantronics has 3 microphones in here, and 2 of the microphones are noise canceling. So, and if you get a little buff or tape something around here, it's really high quality headset for, check out the price on this, 30 bucks, used for $12. Are you kidding me? Right? It's stupid. You could get the new Plantronics that's a USB, but I don't even know that it's better because direct connection pretty much always gets higher quality than USB in 2016. So Plantronics is the world leader in noise canceling headsets. So 12 bucks, yes, give me that. Okay, so TrackMan mouse. Why do I use this mouse? Because you don't need to have a mouse pad and move your arm, so you can walk around. Like you can use the mouse like this, and right, I love my TrackMan. Get it for $9. Yep. All this stuff is added onto the computer, you know, that's the one thing you need. So Logitech webcam, you don't need a webcam. I oftentimes don't use the webcam because this thing is $70, and it's decent. You could pay a lot more for a better webcam, get it used for 45. But I'm going to turn it off right now. Oops. Can you tell the difference? Not really. So I just switched to my built-in webcam, and you can see the Logitech one here. So it comes with the built-in webcam. If you're really on a budget, you don't need. I would recommend just starting off with the laptop. And then as a bonus, I'll just show you what software I use. I use OBS because it is free, and actually it's the lightest and most fastest and most efficient for recording. It's great. I also like Camtasia Studio, which I'll show you here, not free, but works pretty well. There's also Adobe Premiere Elements, discard. Yeah, so this is that's what I like, OBS and etc. But this is about the equipment. Again, I've spent a good amount of time going through different options, and this is what I like the most. So these are the ones I recommend because I actually use them. And I've tried other stuff that I don't like that I don't recommend. If you have any questions about this stuff, if you come into the glitch with the Asus, I'll help you through that. Probably won't make a video, but I'll send you to the fix. And otherwise, just have any questions about anything, I will leave a comment below. And if I may update this later on if I switch equipment, but I really like all my gear, and I endorse it. Much love, and I'll see you streaming and YouTubing. And depending on when you watch this, there may be a link to a workshop on how to get started on YouTube or YouTube training or something like that, either in the description or in the comments of this video. So go check for that. That might be a thing if you want tips on how to get started and how to grow things and how to get it going, and how to also, if you want to make a little without having to have 10,000, 100,000 subs, we'll cover that as well. So I'll see you down below, and if that's not there yet, make sure to come back and check on it. And much love. See you on the internets.